In this video, we will talk about Simpsons prophecy and investigate if Simpsons prophecy is real. So, what is the Simpsons prophecy? The Simpsons is a very famous American cartoon 30 years after its release. The Simpson cartoon has continuously predicted various historical events, including the 9/11 event in the United States, Trump's selection of the President of the United States, Ebola virus, even the coronavirus and Kobe Bryant's accident were predicted by the Simpson cartoon. The Simpsons is a cartoon produced in 1989 in the US, and it has been out for 31 seasons. There are more than 600 episodes in total. The Simpsons is an adult comedy created by Matt Groening for the Fox Broadcasting Company. The play shows the daily life of the five Simpsons, ironically depicts the lifestyle of the American middle class. So, what exactly did The Simpsons predict? The Simpsons cartoon once predicted the 9/11 event in the United States. In a 1997 Simpson cartoon, a magazine appeared. This magazine depicts the World Trade Center in the United States. Observe that there is a 9 character beside the two buildings. When it's grouped together, it becomes 911. Combined with the word New York in the cover, it becomes New York 911. So, The Simpsons cartoon predicted the 9/11 event of the United States in 1997. Simpsons cartoon also predicted Trump's election as the President of the United States as early as 16 years ago. The Simpsons predicted that Trump would be the President of the United States. Let's take a look at the cartoon of Trump being elected as the President of the US. Pay attention to the cartoon style, the expression of the character, color of the shirt and tie. Even the American brochure pinned to the neckline are all the same. Let's take a look at the voting results in The Simpsons cartoon 16 years ago to the present 2016 voting results. It can be found that the voting results of the Simpson cartoon are almost identical to the real ones. Amazing! In The Simpsons cartoon made in 2000, it's not only about how Trump became the president, even his actions are shockingly identical. It's not even similar, it's exactly the same. He first waves the right hand, then uses the left hand with a thumb. Not only that, even the audience behind are shockingly similar. You can see that the cartoon audience dropped the sign. In the real scene, the audience also dropped the sign. Is this really a coincidence? Amazing! Simpsons cartoon also accurately predicted the Ebola virus in an episode of The Simpsons made in 1997. A book appeared. It shows Ebola virus on the book. The Ebola virus had a major outbreak on May 2005. Incredible! There are even more incredible predictions. Simpson cartoon predicted the God particle and gave an accurate formula for the weight of the God particle. So, what is the God particle? God particles are related to the formation of the masses of all the objects in space. These objects also include various particles in the microcosm. With mass, particles will be combined into atoms, and with atoms will there only be molecules, and with molecules can there only be objects. Therefore, the God particle is considered to be a particle that shapes everything in the world. Without it, there would be no world that people see. This is why it is known as the God particle. So how does the God particle make other particles have mass? The God particles will form a Higgs field all over the universe. The Higgs field formed by the God particle will act as a pool of sticky honey. The movement of particles in the Higgs field is like traveling through syrup with resistance. So, the particles gain mass in this way. Why is it said that there is no life without God particle? Without God particle, all particles in the universe would move at the speed of light. With such a rapid movement, the particles will not unite, will not produce atoms, molecules, DNA and proteins. So, there will be no life, and no human beings. In 2013, it passed a large-scale collider test improved the existence of the God particle. So, how does The Simpsons predicted the God particle? As early as 1998, The Simpsons said that the God particle not only exists, even the mathematical formula for God particle's mass was clearly written on the blackboard of the cartoon. The point is that physicist Simon Singh said that according to the mathematical formula in the cartoon, the calculated mass of the God particle is only 1/1000th of what they have calculated. So, how did the screenwriter of the cartoon did all this 22 years ago? Simpson cartoon has also other incredible predictions. Many people must be knowing that basketball superstar Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash last year. The Simpson cartoon released an episode in 2017 in which Kobe crashed, then showed the explosion of the helicopter. It was very similar to the real crash in 2020. Is this really a coincidence? Simpson cartoon even predicted the global outbreak of the new coronavirus in an episode made in 1993. It was very similar to the current coronavirus pandemic. It was called the Osaka flu. A Japanese factory worker coughed at the product while packing it. The virus ran into the product, packaged and shipped to the US without knowing that it spread miserably to other regions. The protagonist of this story caused many illnesses and massive chaos. It is very similar to the current COVID-19. Incredible. So, how does the Simpson cartoon have the ability to predict the future? Some people say that the screenwriter of the Simpson cartoon is coming back from the future. But, what is the truth? Someone interviewed Matt Groening, the screenwriter of the cartoon, and asked him how did he do all this. Matt Groening said that their team has professionals from all walks of life, so they accidentally hit a few future events. And now, The Simpson animation has aired almost 700 episodes. There are so many events in the animation. Suppose you predict 1,000 events, and one may hit in the future. So, do you believe that this is the real reason why Simpson cartoon can predict future events? Others discovered that the Simpson cartoon that predicted Trump's election as president was actually released in 2015, instead of a year 2000. But Trump was elected as the president on 2016, and I checked 15 years of videos. Only part of the predictions were published in 2015. The other part of the prophecy is indeed in the Simpson cartoon in 2000. The Simpson cartoon has nearly 700 episodes involving many social events. So, it's not ruled out that several future events were hit by coincidence. But, what I told you is a very small part of all the predictions.